shit. Oh my.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So before we start the show, we are going to be tattooing Robert's foot.
My stomach is literally rolling right now.
Now, last week we ended the show by
wasn't
Robert
showing. It
agreeing
wasn't
to getting a line, just one line on the bottom of his foot, and everyone wanted, everyone agreed. Everyone said, "Go ahead, do it."
Thanks, Auntie Sherry, for bringing that up.
Yeah, so he is a man of his word, and we all appreciate that. So here we go.
Depending on the pain, we'll see what happens.
And we're going to do it before the show. The show starts at 6:30. We're a couple minutes early. What time is it right now?
6:25.
Oh, we got a lot of time. So we could do like a long line.
No, not a 5
We could do a big line because we are contemplating where he's going to get this line. So I think this would be...
That hurts.
You see how that tickles?
No, it hurts.
It hurts.
Tickle.
That doesn't look like it hurts.
No, it tickles.
Okay, so if it tickles, then maybe this is the best place.
No, I want like the bridge of my foot, like the balls on my feet.
Right here?
Yeah.
It's going to come off.
The
The ink's going to come out. We want it to stay dark. You got to keep it out of the sun. Don't go swimming.
Don't go swimming.
Don't go, yeah. Take care of it now.
I gotta be able to walk on my foot.
All right, so one line. How long? How long is the line?
A little line. I'm not trying to go big, Josh. Like.
All right.
Go home. No, I'll go home.
Go big or go home, Cameron says.
Josh, I don't know yet. I don't know. Let's go.
It's about to go down, guys. All right.
Let's go.
Okay.
Ford said use shader needles.
Oh, you want to shade a line in?
I just go. We have a needle right now. Shading doesn't hurt to me. The other one hurts more. That line. No, dude, that hurts.
I say that we do a line right in the center of your foot so you have a good marker. So if you're like...
Put your pennies here? I'm a piggy
No,
bank?
no. If you ever wonder, like, where's the center? You could always look
Where's
and
the
be like,
center?
there it is.
You're like, well, this right here is 3 inches. I know I'm a size 12. Like, what are you doing?
What?
You're making my neck.
We can't we can't take too long, man. Like, come on, quit playing.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
You ready?
Ah, shoot. Let's go for it, Josh. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it right there. Go. Just go. Hurry up.
Are you sure you want it here?
Go, Josh.
No, no.
Just go.
I'm just wondering if you want it in the
I just
center.
want to know how it feels. Just go.
Okay, I'm gonna do it right there in the center. All right. Here we go. Quit playing, man. This is serious. Okay.
Oh, shoot. Let's go. Let's do this. Just go. Josh, you
No,
just
wait.
tattooed my foot already?
Wait. Hold on. I'm not playing.
Wow.
I forgot something.
You forgot something. He forgot something, everybody. He forgot something.
Amber shade.
Is there who's two? Oh, you want to say hi to everybody for us, Rosette? Because I can't see the screen.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say hi to Bobby Ford, Amber Shep,
Yeah.
Tony Lee, and everyone that's joining us is Derek Blast, Josie. Stay tuned. We're almost
My
almost
adrenaline
started.
is pumping. Like I just. Ugh. What'd you forget? Your other glove? To draw something.
Well, this is serious. It's a tattoo.
Okay.
I don't want to mess up.
No, I can see what you're doing on the
Shut
screen,
up.
right? Dude, that hurts. It's not even the machine.
How's that look, everyone? Is that
I look like a piggy bank.
is that good or
I'm getting the cramp trying to hold my. Ow! Okay, we're good.
is that straight?
Pull my foot towards the camera. Yeah. The light.
You gotta make
There you
sure.
go.
I don't want you going home cussing me out because it's a crooked
The
line.
lines ain't straight.
It's a little small.
That's perfect.
It's a little small.
It's just because my
Going
foot's
from
big.
the top of the
Stop!
top of the foot to the bottom.
No! No, it's
That's
perfect
perfect
size
size
right
right
there. I just want to know how.
That's a nice line.
I like that.
Yeah, it's
That's a nice line. Okay, you ready?
An arrow.
Yeah.
Wanna do it?
Oh, there you go. That's different. Oh, a spear.
An arrow pointing up,
A
Can we just do
spear.
the line to see how it feels first?
and then do the.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me finish sharing real quick. I like 2 more things.
No, right now. We're gonna do it. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't do that. I gotta get like sit back and ready. Hold on, almost done. Okay.
All right, here we go. I gotta get real low for this.
Oh shit. Shoot. Oh man, let's go, Josh. Let's go. Oh shit!
You can't move.
I'm trying not to, but it tickles.
What does it feel like?
It feels like vibration through my feet, but man, that last nerve on the bottom.
It sounds like I have to push harder. You said it tickles?
Don't push harder, please. Oh my god. Why am I doing this? Josh, don't push hard because I'm not.
I'm not.
Oh man. Just do the arrow since we're here.
Arrow.
Arrow?
Arrow, just do the arrow.
It's not sticking, man.
The ink's not staying in, huh?
Really?
I never did the bottom of the foot, so this is very interesting.
It's a lot better than my arm.
Really?
A little bit.
Explain how it feels.
It's just, I thought it hurt a lot worse, but I think I feel more the vibration than the needle. But the closer you get to the inside bottom, it's, I mean, oh, right there.
So you want a whole piece now? Or
Ah.
Where?
That
I
was
told
a
you, if you
spot.
move, it goes deeper.
I know. I was trying not to.
Okay, hold on. You gotta make this a nice line, you know?
Oh shoot, that tickled. Okay, so what are you doing?
That spot, man.
Oh man.
Hold on.
Jeez. This doesn't count as my free tattoo either, okay?
You keep moving.
I can't
I gotta
help
redo
it.
it,
It's not
man.
me.
The whole
No, we're not redoing
The whole
this.
thing.
Oh, man. I just don't want to get infected. I want to go to
You have to
shower.
walk.
Yeah, I know. I don't have
What?
to walk. Hold still.
Yeah.
What happened?
You have to walk. You're gonna have to walk everywhere.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't just hop on one foot.
I'll wear my socks everywhere I go. And Crocs. And,
What time is it?
6:33.
Oh, no!
Why?
We're gonna have to cut this short.
my toes are moving.
Move them.
I will, hold on.
Right now.
Let's stretch my toes out.
Hold on, hold on. I got this.
God, baby, that hurts. That hurts.
Oh, you're moving. You're moving.
My toes, I can't stop them from moving. Oh! almost done.
Almost.
It's 6 to 1:35.
Halfway.
Like 1 more hour left.
Oh shoot! I gotta breathe through this one.
Dude, that's hurting me on mine.
Oh man. Hope John's watching this. Oh, I'm sweating. Oh, Josh, just go. Ah! That hurts so bad. That hurts. You have to do more?
I feel you.
Oh, man. Ah! What's that spot you keep doing? You trying to shade it in with the outline needle? Oh.
Okay, you got a spear.
Do we?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I'm not happy with this.
No, stop.
You keep moving.
Okay, I'll hold. Oh, man.
It's really small line.
Oh.
I think you need more.
Little better. Yeah,
Oh, shoot. Oh, Josh.
Ooh, you moved again.
I can't help it.
Oh.
Okay,
Really quick to mine.
go for it. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Ah, not happy.
Oh. It's almost 6:37. You know what time it is? Oh man. I'm sorry guys. This is something we usually don't do. I'm not trying to start a trend, but better than your face, right?
Okay.
No, your face is next.
I don't like it.
Oh, now I gotta really hold this.
Okay. We're gonna.
And stop there. Do it later.
And there you have it,
What's it look
everyone.
like?
Uh,
Hold on. I'll turn my foot.
Hey, at least you could see it.
It's an arrow.
Oh. Is it?
oh, okay.
Is it a spear?
I
Can you
don't
see
know,
it?
It's like one of those things. Oh, is that like things on the end of it?
Wow.
Oh, it is a little spear, dude.
Cute. Aw.
Oh, it's kind of blurry, but.
That's gonna be my knockout foot when I kick someone in the face, like spear. Alright, I think she hit the intro.
Alright.
See you guys in a bit.
All right. Welcome to TATtalk, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Everything good?
Everything's good.
All right. So that's one in the books. Under the foot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Taking one for the team, Robert.
Yeah.
Now I tatted someone under the foot. And yeah, the
to do that?
it was slightly painful. It was more ticklish, right? Again. No, it was good. The skin is tough, obviously, but feeling the vibration of the needle hit that skin reminds me. It is exactly like the inside of the hands. Well, the callousy parts, because your foot is real nice and smooth.
Is it callousy? Is it like
No,
that?
it's thick. It's like callousy a bit.
That means
a
I
little
use my
bit.
feet.
That's good. Hard worker. Okay. So, thanks guys for joining us to talk Tuesday. This is a show all about tattoos, culture, and we break down the Polynesian tattoo. We have some tattoo highlights of the week this week. We're going to show you guys at the end of the show. In the beginning, we're going to start off with some current events, and then we're going to go over some comments. So this is a live show. You guys can engage with us, ask questions, let us know about your culture. And what we do is we go back through the old shows, and a lot of people from around the world comment. So we go over it and give them a voice and then give some feedback. So we have a bunch of comments to go over today. A bunch of it is on cultural appropriation, I believe. Episode, what was it, 74?
Yeah, 74.
So episode 74 was on cultural appropriation in Polynesian tattoos or culture in general. So we have a lot of comments to go over on that. Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Lauhala Photography and Amber Wiseman up in the Bay Area. She's a photographer, and she came down and did a photo shoot with one of the largest pieces that I've done. I think was it 2 day?
It was 2 days. I didn't have a chance
Back to back.
Yeah.
19 hours or so, and she made a book.
Mm-hmm.
It's her first ever book documenting the process of the journey of the tattoo for the client, for her as a photographer, and myself as an artist. And she documents it through photographs, and she has calendars and all that. Her very first event's going to be April 20th in San Francisco at Roy's Restaurant. She has tickets for that, so go ahead and, I guess, contact her.
It's a pre-sale, so you're going to have to go on there and order them early.
Okay.
Kind of a thing.
For tickets.
For certain ones that require tickets. So there's only certain shows that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's in the Bay. If you guys are in the Bay and want to check that out, the book is amazing. You know what? Camry, can you go grab the book? It's in the back by my tattoo station.
But also, if you get the bundle deal, you have a chance to get volume 2.
Okay. I noticed that she has a bunch of different promotions. Is that true?
Yeah.
We did ask her. Is she joining us?
Yeah, she's joining us. She's on
Okay.
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
aloha. Thank you for joining us. So if you guys have any questions about the
Can you turn
dates,
your Bluetooth on?
about dates or information about these events, go ahead and you can comment below, and she'll respond through the comment. Now, if you're down here in San Diego or down south, LA, anywhere, May 2nd, she's going to be down here in San Diego at Guahan Grill.
Mhm.
And us here at IslandTAT's going to join her to support and be there to support this event. She's going to have books, calendars, all that available at these events, but you have to pre-order, and she can bring it. But
you go pre-order, and then she'll have some available, but they're limited. So it's a limited supply.
Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense. And a lot of my clients were asking. They thought that I was selling the book that I have here, but I'm not. It's for the shop.
Yeah.
So, you can contact Lauhala Photography for that.
She put the link for the tickets in San Francisco in the comment. So anyone in the Bay Area, if you're trying to get tickets, the link's there.
Okay, perfect. Also, Friday, May 3rd, Hanapepe in Kauai at Talk Stories Bookstore. She's going to be there. So if you're in Kauai, you could check that out. And then May 7th, she's going to be in Kailua Kona at Kona Stories Bookstore. May 7th, Thursday. So if you're in Kona, Big Island, check her out. So there you go.
She said I'd be traveling with limited copies to San Diego and Hawaii.
Okay, so she will have limited copies, and just go ahead and if I was you, I'd pre-order.
It's fine.
So that she
Yeah.
could bring it, and then that it's there for sure. All right, so let's start off with some current events. What do you got, Robert?
So far, we have is the news story of Cook Islands is going to be trying to rename their island. They don't want to decolonize the name and not be named after the settler, Captain J. Cook. When first seeing the island, he named them after himself, I believe.
Right.
Well, the whole thing is a lot of indigenous people are naming their lands back to what they originally were. So Cook Islands was, before 1994, they tried to rename it before, and then the vote was shut down. And they wanted to name it, I'll probably tear this up, but Aviki Nui. And
Okay.
so that's one of the 60 new names that they're going to add on to the new ballot for the people to vote on.
60.
Yeah, just 60 different indigenous names they come out with.
Oh,
So
okay.
for people to like, see different ones they could pick from and which ones they like the most. So it's gonna be a long process, but
What do you think about that?
what do I think?
Yeah.
I think it's great because, they were even trying to be like the indigenous name with Cook Islands at the end of it, and they're like, no, we want to take all that out.
Take out all
Yeah.
away.
Because that's like in Alaska, Denali, like one of the biggest mountains up there, was named what was the name? Mackenzie Island, I believe, and they renamed it back to Denali. And Denali is like the car they have for GMC, but that's a native word. So,
Well, I agree too. I think that that's a good idea to take away Cook Island or Cook's name,
yeah,
because the islands weren't discovered by him. There
Yeah.
were natives on that island.
obviously
but-
we're first, right?
Yeah, and they were there already. They had a name, or they named their island something, and I would find out what that is. But also, I think it's gonna be kind of hard for everyone that knows of those islands as Cook Island. Like.
Well, I
to
think that's what,
change it.
yeah, that's where the tourism comes in. And,
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
but it should happen. You start with a little step forward of little change, and then everything starts. Pretty soon they're gonna be like, it was called Cook Island at once. Why? And they're gonna
Right.
You're gonna learn that it was
later.
named after the settler, and they're gonna be like, why would they name it after a settler? So
Makes
so many
sense.
different things. Yeah.
Makes sense. All right, what else you got? Anything?
No, that's it. That's our current event.
Okay, so those of you joining us for the first time, we try and do a current event that has to do with the Polynesian culture or any indigenous culture or tattoos, and let you guys know what's happening. Okay, so now we're going to get into comments. We had a show, episode 74, on cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
And that show was really the topic about me doing Aztec tattoos. Because a lot of people ask questions like, I'm not Polynesian. Can I get a Polynesian tattoo? That's a common question that people have. But we changed it up in episode 74 a couple weeks ago. And we talked about me doing Aztec tattoos on, Mexican. I want to say Mexicans because they're Mexican, but
It's like Hawaiians. They're Kanaka Maoli, but they're Hawaiians.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they would be Aztec.
Yeah, it'd be Aztec. Yeah.
Okay.
Because Aztec is a person, is like an actual people.
So Aztec would be the same as Kanaka Maoli.
Yeah, in Hawaii.
Okay. Good to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So as I was studying Aztec tattoos, reading up on books and everything, I do realize that I'm not of that culture. So there is a sense of familiarity that I have with the Polynesian culture growing up in Hawaii and studying and traveling throughout Polynesia that I can put in the tattoos that I do, along with the studying that I do on Polynesian tattoos. It goes hand in hand. But I do realize that with Aztec tattoos, I can only study. I know Mexicans. Right, that's okay. I know Mexicans. I know people with Aztec descent and Mayan descent, but I don't know that culture. I wasn't raised in that culture.
Yeah.
So, that's what that show was about. Talking about, is it okay, this and that. So let's go ahead and read some comments. So we're gonna have Rosette read some comments.
Before we read the
here.
comments, just want to give a shout out to Josie from Mississippi, Amber saying I need to own photography book for my foot tattoo, and Tony Lee, what's up, man?
For your journey.
Askland from Fiji, what's going on, brother? And Desiree.
How's it? Hello.
All right, let's hit these comments up.
All right, so here we go.
Okay, so the first comment is from Gray Will. This is an interesting topic, especially given the once recognized serious taboo nature associated with tattoos. Symbols that had and to some still have immense cultural significance being tattooed for only their aesthetic appeal cheapens and lessens the validity of said tattoos, especially when given and received by non-members of said culture. Example, since increases in tourism to Iceland have seen and spoken to people bearing an Icelandic rune stave known as the Helm of Awe or the Eye of Terror, who got as tourist experience. Symbols like that, and even more so, the Elder Futhark rune staves carry great cultural, historical, and even esoteric meaning. The thing is, we as a society in the West don't hold as much value in things that were once considered to be prestigious or taboo. Symbols such as symbols much like words no longer held a lot of power, as we're in an age where words have lost meaning too, and in an age such as now, people don't think twice about getting a cool tattoo, even if doing so robs the symbols they find cool of some of the deeper importance and sanctity. That's a long one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see both sides to this. So basically, you know, I could just boil it down to someone, for example, going to Iceland, getting a indigenous symbol of the Eye of Terror, or something very significant to their culture, but as a tourist getting it to maybe signify their journey to Iceland or their, you know, vacation, why they're going there,
Yeah.
whatever. That cheapens it, and I definitely see that.
Well, it's like the piece on my back. Remember I always say I want to get it removed? I just got it because I was on the North Shore.
What is it of?
It was the turtle on my back. Remember we were trying to get removed?
Oh,
the
petroglyph style.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I would also see the side where our cultures change. So so one thing that I guess one thing that I always think about is everything has meaning that you put towards it.
Yeah.
So what if someone comes along and tattoos something or likes something and makes another meaning of it and doesn't know the original meaning to it, right?
So
like recreates it.
Yeah.
Just saying, oh, I like this moon, but in that culture that moon was significant for something, but someone comes out of the blue, takes it somewhere else and recreates a whole new meaning for it that they don't know. Next thing you know, that whole culture and community only knows that meaning.
Like the swastika is original. Yeah.
Perfect, right? Perfect. Good idea. because now I know some indigenous people or people that loves peace and all that stuff that would get it, that would want it tattooed. In this culture, it's not accepted.
Yeah,
it's like it doesn't matter what it means.
That's what it was shown as, like what it means now.
Right.
Yeah.
It stands for something else.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of bad for the indigenous culture because like, no, this doesn't mean that. They stole it.
Yeah.
So what do you do with that? What do you do with that? Do you fight it and say, but no, in my culture, this isn't a swastika. This is a symbol of peace and unity and all this. And then you just, because you're holding true to your own culture.
I think that's where if you want that, you're going to have to be like that all the time. Explaining yourself, you know, and it starts somewhere, but I mean, you're not going to change the world.
At some point, you have to accept that the world evolves, cultures evolve, and do your best to take the sanctity of that culture and symbols and move it forward, but you can't change other people, you know, but you can only do your best with, and something like that where Hitler changed the meaning of something so drastically worldwide, I think it's almost impossible to like reverse that. But nothing's impossible, but you know,
it's going to be hard.
It's kind of like,
well, you see
I don't know what you do.
You see old pictures of Native football players, and they have the wrapped around the armband. It's the swastika symbol, but it's the other way because swastika's backwards. And
right, he flipped it.
So when they have it, people are like, "What the heck?" And it's like you have to do your research, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Next comment.
Okay. So this comment's from Dimitri Nguyen. I don't think aesthetic has a real importance in this topic. The meaning behind a tattoo has more importance in my opinion. Like language, tattoo has to evolve to be relevant. Sticking to old traditions without understanding is harmful.
I'm very glad that you read that because I would have said emo. I didn't know, in my opinion, IMO.
Oh, is that what that stands for? I was going to say emo
right.
too. I was like, what's
just
emo?
I learned something. I thought it was a spell check or something wrong. Okay. All right. In my opinion.
In my
Good.
opinion.
I'm glad we got the kid, the younger generation reading today. The young ones. Okay. Aesthetics. You know,
What's that mean?
Aesthetics is like the looks, like
Oh.
it flows, it looks well,
Okay.
it feels good,
Yeah.
aesthetically, like visually.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I think it does matter. And I
Yeah.
think that our traditional priests and tattoo masters did tattoos aesthetically.
Yeah.
The pe'a goes over the hips right here,
Mhm.
all the way down to the knees, and it's very aesthetic to the body.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of meaning too. And I
Mhm.
think both of those together are important, because if they would have just put the meaning with no aesthetics whatsoever, it could have just been a
Blob.
whatever.
It was
all
almost
over their
like when we
body.
had Manu on talking about the Tahitians when they originally had the original way they would tattoo would be with the shape of the shoulder and the chest, like it
They
had
already
had the
knew
flow.
that, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not, Dimitri, I'm not saying that I disagree with you. I just think that it's also important, but definitely it's important as far as the traditions and sticking to the meaning. So what's the next one?
We have one more.
Do we?
We have time for one more.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
From Tony.
Okay.
Lee.
So we have that much, but we only have time for one more.
We have time for one more.
Okay. So
Yeah. You
Is that fast?
go for it.
Okay. So from Tony Lee, you were working on a full back piece on Instagram Live today, or yesterday, or last week. Looks like you are working with a tattoo that's already done on the right shoulder. What's your thought on working over an existing piece? Is it wrong to go over it or disrespectful to the other artist?
Perfect question, because I get this question a lot when I'm tattooing, or people that want tattoos. They
Mhm.
always ask about respecting other people's work on their body, and would you as an artist go over it, add to this tattoo from someone else, fix it?
Yeah,
So,
I would. No, I'm kidding.
So let's go right into the next topic of
Discussion.
tattoo highlights of the week, because I'm going to answer that last question with this week's tattoo, the tattoo he's talking about. So this client came in with a tiki, and this client actually is a power lifter. He entered competitions as World's Strongest Man competition. He was a professional arm wrestler.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, a big guy.
Yeah,
So
he's
he
big.
wanted his whole back tatted with the head of Ku, which is a tiki. We sat down and discussed that. First, I'm going to answer your question about aesthetics and everything, but just to let everyone know, he was very sensitive to the fact of Ku being the war god in Hawaii, and he respected that a lot, because he wanted the tongue to be sticking out. And, he studied the Polynesian culture, but he, I guess, blended it, because the tongue sticking out a lot is Maori or the New Zealand,
Yeah.
when they did the haka and stuff. So I explained to him that he's kind of mixing it, because Ku doesn't have his tongue sticking out.
Yeah.
And he said he'd prefer to keep it traditional. So we kept it traditional.
Okay.
And we put that on his back, because he wanted, because of his lifestyle and everything.
Yeah.
And he wanted the tiki always to be watching his back.
Mhm.
So we went ahead, did it. Now, I don't normally post in progress work, but I do show you guys here, because it's a discussion on tattoos, and a lot of people are either learning how to tattoo, and this will help you in your journey, or if you're looking to get a tattoo, it's good to kind of be knowledgeable about what the artist is telling you, or what to tell the artist. So here is a picture of his back blank. Okay, sorry. Here is a picture of the tiki.
The
So-
tiki.
So right here is Ku, or a variation of Ku, which is a Hawaiian god in Hawaii, but it's a tiki. And he wanted this picture. On his back. So here's his bare back. I forgot to take a picture, so I went ahead and took a picture while I was drawing with a pen. As you can see, it's a large back.
Yeah, it's big back.
And I wanted to utilize it properly with the eyes going down his shoulders. That's kind of what he wanted to. But if you look on his right shoulder, he has something coming over the back. Now, if we filled his whole back with the tiki, there would have been some imbalance with that old tattoo. So
Yeah.
he was open to, he actually wanted to do something kind of in the same shape on the left side.
Okay.
So do something in the same shape, and then add on right in the middle.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so I drew the tiki, and this is the drawing right here. Is that the drawing or the tattoo?
No, it looks like the drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
switch it.
drawing.
So that's the tattoo, but this is the drawing. So
Oh, that's the drawing?
So this is a drawing with the marker. Make sure that it's all equal as best as I could do freehand.
Mhm.
And he could take a look at it and make sure that it's all proportional. And then here's the outline. So we were only able to do 3.5 hours.
Still, man, that's
He had a big back.
jeez.
So that is that the whole outline? Might be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as Tony Lee was asking about the respect part on adding to other people's work and
Mhm.
disrespecting other artists,
Yeah.
the way that I see it, this is an opinion thing, because if you go back to old school tattooing,
Mhm.
yes, old school has these unspoken rules of the trade, and you don't touch other people's work.
Oh, okay.
But I feel that those rules were back in the, biker days,
Yeah.
in the old school where no one is even tatted.
Everything
You
evolves.
know what I mean?
Like you said.
But there's a large evolution in tattoos nowadays.
Yeah.
And not only that, I come from a culture of respect.
Mhm.
I come from a culture of helping, giving, service. That's what the Polynesian culture is all about. And in that, I don't think of me as an artist. I think of me as a servant. So my whole purpose as an artist is to serve the client. Now, if the client comes in and wants something added to a piece, in no way do I want to disrespect someone, but that artist isn't priority over my client. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
My client is priority because it's his body or her
Yeah.
body. And my job isn't to be out there respecting other artists. My job is to serve my clients. That's my job.
So if someone has a piece already, like say you have, a half sleeve, but your artist isn't picking you up for the other half, or you just don't want to drive far, and then you want to go see someone else who's closer, you're like, could you finish my sleeve? Is that something like you can do? Or
Okay, I've done it, and this is taboo in the industry.
Mhm.
It is. I guess I supposed to say no. I supposed to say no. You got to go back to your artist and do it. The thing that I feel is I don't want to say wrong because it's an opinion thing. There's no
true.
right or wrong.
Yeah.
So I want to say my belief in that is that if we keep doing that, if we keep turning down clients
Mhm.
because of our respect for other
Yeah.
artists, that gives artists too much power.
Yeah.
Too much power to turn down clients because they have enough money.
But would they do that for
or
you
they don't
too?
need their money. You know what I mean?
You know?
And
Yeah.
clients, I'm sure, have done that to me.
Yeah.
And that's where, as an artist, you have to check your ego and be
Mhm.
like, am I tattooing for my glory?
Mhm.
Like because I want to be a badass tattoo artist,
Yeah.
or am I tatting because I'm gifted? I've been given a gift
Mhm.
to create pieces of works on people's
Yeah.
bodies
Yeah.
and create meaning in that and all that. And if you operate in that aspect, I feel you're completing the circle. Like
Mhm.
you're just being blessed because you're using your gift wisely, like how you're supposed to.
Yeah.
But also, it's not about you.
No.
You know?
and,
It's not
and
about you.
if this is the problem, it's not with the artist. It should be the client. They're the ones going back and forth.
And
you know?
and I have done this in the past. I have turned people away. I have went with the natural or the unspoken rules of tattoo traditions, because I worked in street shops before. I worked out, here in San Diego, and I wanted to respect the trade.
Yeah.
But my belief in how I operate now is all based on my experience and what I've came across in these 20 years of tattooing. So that's just why I do what I do. So there's that. So let's move on with the next tattoo. Again, I don't normally post in progress pieces, but here's a in progress piece. It's a large piece, but he wanted a wolf on the side of his calf. So we're gonna go ahead and show different photos, but this is just the outline. We just started it. I wonder how long that took.
I wonder too.
I think it was
My foot took
2.5
maybe like
hours or something, or
5
3
minutes. My foot took 5 minutes. So you compare.
Too long because you moved, I think.
I moved twice.
But this piece, we're going to fill it all in, but we sat down and talked. He told me what he wanted, and in my mind, I kind of know what symbols are going to go in these pathways. But as you can see, the wolf,
Oh, yeah.
I kind of created a wolf profile picture to match his calf, the side of his calf. And he wanted to go a little above the knee.
Aesthetically.
Aesthetic.
Everything was done right.
It's aesthetic, not aesthetic.
Is it S or S?
No, ass. It's AESTH.
AES?
How do you say that? How do you say that, Robert? AES.
Ace.
Ace? Aesthetically? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so lastly, we have an arm piece. This was the mother of a client. She was a little older.
That one came out really nice.
But,
yeah.
She sat like a champ.
Yeah,
she sat through the whole thing, and we did some flow on her arm. But I like it because I created, or I didn't create. It just happened. This new meaning, this new symbol, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So God was first in her life through her struggles. She was a single mom. She explained her trials through life, raising 3 kids up in San Fran, where rent was like super crazy. She explained all that. And she didn't have a car. They had to ride the bus. And she was even explaining, like, thinking back, going, how did I do it? I don't even know how I did it back then. So in the tattoo, she wanted to express that. So we have the cross for God. And I'm trying to see. Okay, so the symbol that I want to share is normally when I do the leaf pattern, which is, the plant, it's for family because the leaves, the pandanus tree is used to weave together. And weaving is, bringing people together, traditions. So there's a lot of meaning for that. But when I did the plant around her arm, or the leaf pattern, I saw like a spear going in between the leaves. So I created, the black to make a negative spear up top, right in the center of the leaves and the black. And the spear is like fighting a battle.
That's crazy.
So for her, I felt like her growth and with her family, raising her family, was a battle, and she fought that battle. But it wasn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
It worked together, and it went hand in hand, and it was part of her growth. So, I've never done that before, but that's what I talk about. That's not traditional. No. I've never seen that anywhere. I'm not even going to say I made it up. It just came to me and I did it. But this is the evolution. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. This is just how I do it.
Yeah.
And what's communicated to me. And then I just kind of put it out there. But that's the meaning that was for her.
So with like females and males, is there a different flow to the arm? I mean, I know males are more used to like packing all the lines in, making like a full sleeve, and then women, it seems like they do more of a like everything's spread out in distance, not so.
Right. Well, it's preference, and she just gave me freedom, and I designed it like that because I see girls with full sleeves, and it's cool, but it's definitely a specific look. Yeah. And I think it's a little more masculine. No matter how much swirls and flow and ferns you put in there, if you fill it completely up, I think it has more of a masculine feel, and some girls want that. Yeah. They with power and strength, but some girls don't. And with her,
that one came out really nice.
She showed me some examples of flowing tattoos, and that's why I did that. All right, so there we have it, guys. We try to push through all that info quickly to get through our 45-minute show. We're trying to get down to 30 minutes, but that's fine.
I think we're doing good.
We're doing good. If you guys have any questions, comments, make sure you can comment on this show or send us a message through TATtalklive.com. It goes straight to the Facebook page. Yep. We have some videos on YouTube, but we have all our live videos here on Facebook. Check it out. And
I think we should update YouTube pretty soon.
We have to work on that.
Yeah.
If you guys have any ideas, let us know. We have some people reaching out that want to do interviews for certain topics, and we also want to bring in a laser.
Yeah, we're trying to get a hold of the tattoo removal.
I think that's interesting. Let us know what you guys think about that. If the newest laser, which is like
I think it's
sonic,
sonic,
using sound as laser to remove, and I like how it heals.
Yeah.
We've been referring people to a specific company.
Yeah.
So we're gonna reach out and see if they want to come out and talk about it. Not only helps them to promote their company, but I
Let
want
you
to
guys
learn about
know,
it.
yeah.
And I want you guys to know about what's new with laser and how
We've been getting a lot of
how much it
yeah.
costs and the evolution of laser, because in the past it used to scar up crazy. So
a lot of people ask questions about the cover ups or removals, so it'd be perfect.
all right, we'll see if we can do that. All right, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Later.